Welcome to the arena. And this series, the robots go extreme. Only the toughest, meanest, strongest robots will survive the perils of the arena. No machine is safe, as each one will be put through extreme challenges. Who will conquer the arena? And who will cling on to the arena for dear life? Prepare to go extreme. British pride is at stake as America and England face off in the War of Independence. So let's meet our international teams.
From the USA, Beta.
The heaviest robot in the tournament and boasts the most powerful hammer you'll see today. It's also very speedy around the arena. Will Beta be better than its teammates, or will it be beaten in the arena? We shall soon see.
From the USA, Tombstone.
Probably the most famous and most successful robot fighting for America tonight. Tombstone, we've seen them before in the wars. They got through to the semi-finals of Series 7. But will those exposed wheels be the downfall and what sends Tombstone 6 feet under?
From the USA, Witch Doctor.
Some strong robots coming in from across the pond. This machine is only one of a handful to have ever beaten that old Robot Wars veteran, Revolutionist. So you can be sure with that vertical spinning blade that Witch Doctor will be casting a spell over its opposition in the arena.
From the USA, Minotaur.
It might be untested, but don't underestimate this beast. As well as being invertible, it has one of the most powerful drum spinners to ever grace the arena at 5,000 revs per minute. But be aware, because if Minotaur sees red, you can be guaranteed to be kicked out of the arena.
From the United Kingdom, Accident.
Accident are one of our 4 formidable robots fighting for honour for Great Britain. We've seen them perform in the arena before on 3 previous attempts. Their armour is strong, but the innards are very loose. Is this an accident waiting to happen?
From the United Kingdom, Razer.
A very famous robot is Razer, very dominant in the earlier series. Came back for the 7th Wars with no real success, however they are used to this global stage, fighting in both the International and World Championships previously. Razer have an incredible crushing claw. Watch this go, hopefully far.
From the United Kingdom, Cassius 2.
Floating like a butterfly and stinging like a bee, the boxing legend that is Cassius 2 returns to the arena. Very experienced in the arena, but just one thing, I thought Cassius Clay was American. Could there be a spy in the camp for the Brits? Let's hope not.
From the United Kingdom, APD3.
A box on wheels, this was once called, but no, APD3 returned. They were the original anti-pit device. Not only did they survive the pit on one occasion, but they survived being flipped out of the arena. So hot money for this robot warrior. And in case any of you weren't listening in history classes, America fought for their independence against Britain over 200 years ago. So it makes you wonder which side the House Robots will be on. Of course, Matilda, Dead Metal, Shunt and Sir Kilowatt are all on hand to give our American friends a piece of their mind. And this is how the tournament will work. It's simple, straight knockout. Britain versus America. 4 head-to-head fights. Only 4 robots will survive the first round to go through to the semi-finals. Now, can the experienced Cassius 2 box its way into the next round against the very good-looking and powerful Beta? And in the arena for us, American Beauty? Oh, I don't think so. More like American Psycho. It's Matilda. However, for one robot in the arena, it'll be the stuff of American dreams.
Robot Eagles, stand by.
What a good first head-to-head we have here.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Beta, untested, never seen them perform in the arena. Cassius we've seen on many occasions as it warms up and prepares to use its flipper. Looking very battered and worn now, isn't it? As Beta now comes in with that thumping, great big weapon. It has. It's absolutely... It's so quick, as you can see, as it's pinned Cassius 2 against the boxing arena ropes on the side wall, as you can see. And again, smashing in towards the corner patrol zone. Luckily, not patrolled by our beautiful Matilda in the arena. But at the moment, Cassius 2 has had no time or no room, really, to do much to Beta as it comes in again towards the middle of the arena now. Remember, one survives this opening round to go through to the Heat semi-finals of this, the War of Independence. Soon, very soon, we will crown a new War of Independence champion. But at the moment, Cassius 2, the Brits are looking very fragile here as they're flipped by Matilda. Matilda, whose side are you on? The answer, no side at all. She'll just grab and destroy anyone that comes into her way. Never mind if they're American or British. But at the moment, Beta is doing all of the work here. Now, Cassius 2 can self-right and have done in splendid fashion as they come again. Now, they need to get some flips, and I think the ground clearance here is lower on Beta. They have strong armor, they're very quick, they're very fast, and that weapon, the hammer, it's not really an axe, it's more of a hammer, as you can see. It's quite a blunt weapon on the front of Beta. As Cassius 2, the ground clearance, you see, they're going up and over Beta. They're not getting underneath, which is where they need to be, like there. Now you can see, this is where they can attack. I think one half of Beta's arm on the side there has been ripped off as they go towards Matilda, on towards the spike pit. Now they're going to have to get themselves away from there if they're going to win this. At the moment, I think Beta's just about on top, but Cassius 2 now boxing and getting its way. It's certainly punching hard now as it comes in. Oh, goodness me, Matilda flips Beta onto the ref bot. Ref bot. Get out the way. There's a dangerous boxing ring. You don't want to go anywhere near these two machines. Both mighty and impressive. Tell you what, this is worthy of a final fight, but we're going to a judge's decision. Now, this could be a shock here because Cassius 2, I don't know, have they done enough to win? Cease, call, the siren sounds. We go to a judge's decision. Aggression, damage, and control. That is what the judges will be marking on. Certainly at the start, Beta was beating Cassius 2, knocking it into submission. I think it was startled, really, by the performance of Beta. It did help by Matilda's. This will all count in Beta's favour. Pushing, the control, and really the aggression, and some damage, I think. So at the moment, Beta on top, but this is when Cassius 2 fought and boxed its way back into the fight, into the melee. And really, it was a game of a match of two halves. Beta might just have scraped a famous win here. All confirmed on the screen. Well, Beta, a famous victory there, has knocked Cassius 2 out of the ring completely. That is a stunner. APD3 and Witch Doctor next. Come on, Brits. We can't have the Americans winning. Oops, I didn't mean to say that. I'm not biased at all, as you can probably tell. This will be an interesting fight. Very similar in design and power. They both have the power there. Houston, we have a problem. Consists of claws and a circular saw. That's right, it's dead metal.
Robot ears, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
And like I said before, very similar in design. Obviously, Witch Doctor has the added destructive power of the disc, but look at this. It wasn't Witch Doctor causing the damage. Look at that ram there from APD3. It's ripped a little bit of Witch Doctor's armor off on the side. I think it's only superficial damage. I don't think it's going to cause Witch Doctor any concern or problem or bother. As smashed in towards the arena floor, the arena side wall has left APD3 uprighted, but has self-righted very quickly. And look at that slam, that push from APD3, ramming against the wall, using the wall as a barrier, as a weapon. And it's flipped Witch Doctor over. They have no self-righting mechanism, and this is good because it's going to even the score up a bit, isn't it? For the Brits, we need a win here. APD3 as Witch Doctor, well, they've self-righted Witch Doctor as the pit has been activated. They've pressed into the button, so that is an obstacle now to look out for in the arena. Look at that slam from Witch Doctor and a self-right. This is hectic, fast stuff from both machines here. Both machines, worthy machines. We've seen them perform well in the tournament, in the series. Previously, of course, APD3 coming as high as 4th place in the wars previously. But look at this. Witch Doctor now have APD3 impaled on the spikes and a slam. No, they should have just left APD3 there. And another slam. This is a great fight developing here. Now, APD3 is against 3. Well, they can self-right. They've used it such a fast... It's one of the fastest self-righting arms in the wars that we've ever seen. APD3 now. Who's on top? How do you pick between these two robots as they come in for the kill now? Oh, and a flip from the flipper has left APD3 in all sorts of trouble. But luckily for Witch Doctor, look, it didn't really get them. The flipper didn't get them at all, but it's APD3 that suffered, but they've managed to self-right. And I tell you what, their self-righting arm is so powerful. They can flip themselves out the arena, and in doing so now here, look, they've caused damage to Witch Doctor, and again flipped Witch Doctor back onto its wheels. They should have just left Witch Doctor and they would have been counted out, and now Witch Doctor have taken the advantage and have now got APD3 pinned against the arena. Well, look at that. You can hear the devastation of that circular drum. We've seen it perform. We've seen the drum, the destruction it has caused. APD3 are going to need a miracle as they bounce against the Perspex sheets in dramatic fashion. Look at this. As they come in, they hog the arena wall, and in doing so have damaged the arena Perspex sheet. That's great. And APD3 are teetering on the edge for dear life. Look at this shove, and nearly both robots in the pit, but APD3 are on the edge. They're going to have to do something. In the pit they go. It's 10 seconds to go. Is APD3 classed as out? Cease hasn't been called. It means they can self-right and have done, but no! The anti-pit device does not work when you land in a pit like that. And all of a sudden, we have 2 American robots through. We need a Brit victory here. Accident and Minotaur next in the arena. What a fight that was. Well, this War of Independence is certainly one-sided. It's 2-0 to the Americans. Accident, you're going to have to take one for the team here up against Minotaur. I'm representing the house again. He has no friends, no sides, but he's there as Foreign Secretary if you ever need him. It's Dead Metal.
Robotians, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
Well, this is turning slightly into a little bit of an embarrassment for the Brits, for Britain. We need a win here, Accident. Oh, and then look at the devastation of that drum from Minotaur. That is lethal. That is the first time we've seen the drum and the robot Minotaur in the arena, and off goes the locomotive system and the wheels of Accident. Every single time Accident are in the arena, this seems to happen. Well, if you're upended and you've got a drum as devastating as Minotaur's, it was bound to happen, and that's it. That's it. There's no way Accident can do anything. Well, thanks for coming, Accident. It's been nice to see you in the arena for a limited and pretty much dire time you've served the Brits in the arena. It's just been devastating. Absolute carnage here. Minotaur, what a robot this is. You can see the eyes, the blue eyes, the lights there you can see in the robot. That is a very cool robot as Refbot comes in to count out. Accidents are about to be counted out. This is an embarrassment. I'm ashamed. Out goes Accident. Well, it'll be food for the house robots. We can just hear in the distance the howling of Minotaur's drum. It's scary. Wouldn't want to mess with this bull. As Dead Metal comes in and soars into the innards of poor Accident. This is not, it's not in the script, the UK. This is not meant to happen. We've got 3 American robots through to the next round. Goodness me. As it goes onto the floor, Flipper Accident's about to be flipped and nearly went out. Well, that was devastating. Well, cease has been called, but Minotaur seems to be disregarding the rules here as it comes in and attempts to destroy Accident furthermore. Refbot's giving Minotaur a yellow card. Could we see Minotaur disqualified? Well, Dead Metal isn't having any of it. I think they're going to get away with just a yellow card. They have got to be really careful. Refbot has been on a rampage so far. Well, it's been absolute chaos and carnage. It's Minotaur. Cease called again, Minotaur. That means cease. Stop. Refbot's come in to give you a yellow card, and you are so lucky to have survived that. But look at this. This is one-sided. That's 3-0 to the Americans. Oh, it's deja vu all over again. Razer and Tombstone next. Razer, you're going to have to win this as it comes in graciously into the arena against Tombstone. Very experienced also.
Robot Eels, stand
So
by.
he's doing a little bit of a wobble, Tombstone, even before activate.
3, 2, 1.
That signals raring to go mode from Tombstone as it comes in howling with the drum, the spinning blade, you can hear it. And now Razer gets it into the guts. Now this is just the type of robot Razer likes. It can get into the innards and potentially stop Tombstone's disc. Both experienced robots here. We have so many really great experienced robots in this tournament, but these two I think have to be the favourites. This is really worthy of a final fight. Tombstone have got through to the semi-finals of the British series, and Razer of course have also been there as well in the third series. They got through and have since seen them in the 7th Wars, unfortunately lost to Witch Doctor, if I recall. But Tombstone here now is in a lot of trouble. They're against the spikes. Refbot now closes in, and we can get all the grisly, gory close-up details on his camera. Refbot now, I think, is looking at Tombstone. Razer's on the wheels. Is again pushing Tombstone in towards the into the CPZ. Oh, that's brilliant. Brilliant tactics from Razer, pushing your opponent into the corner patrol zone as it reverses in towards the button. Yes, the pit's been activated. What a great tactic this is. It's grappled. It's got Tombstone in a position. Now it just needs to get to the gravestone in the arena, aka the Pit of Oblivion. Razer now trying its best to get to the pit. Oh, it's scraping on for dear life. Tombstone is about to go 6 feet under, and it's a victory for Britain. What a fight that was. That was energised all the way through. Dumped into Tombstone's tomb. And that is one victory. Well, we needed it. Otherwise, it was just going to be Americans in the next round. Razer is the only robot left representing Britain. First up, Beta versus Minotaur in the semi-finals of this, the War of Independence.
Robot Eels, stand by.
With Kilolot around, it'll be bye-bye American Pie for one in the arena.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Well, it's an interesting fight, this, because both, well, the slowest start I think I've ever seen in the arena. That was a terrible start. Both robots really untested, but both have performed so well in the first of their battles against the British robots. And as Minotaur now comes in and backs into Beta's now gone in towards the Kilolot. That is not an area you want to be in the arena, but Minotaur making use of the hazards. This is crucial. Great tactics here from Minotaur to push. But look at this. Oh, something flew off. It was the armour of Beta. That was a great attack from Minotaur on the side there. Beta now have no armour on one of the sides. But look at that hammer blow. It's just destroyed the top of Minotaur. Pushed in towards the Kilolot, which does not obviously help matters. As you can see now, the blue, the lights emitting from Minotaur are great to see. Such a great effect on the robot. And another bit slams off. Minotaur all over the place. All the bits and pieces in the arena. There's only really Beta that's got armour left on it. How's Minotaur going? I have no idea. It's in towards the CPZ. Oh, I thought it was immobilised, and I thought we were in for another shock here, because I think Minotaur have performed the most, the best of the robots we've seen from America so far. Oh, and Beta have self-righted in splendid style. Look at this. This was their strength to come into the arena. If they're on their back, they can self-right. That was beautiful. So great to see when an axe, sort of a robot with an axe, can self-right on the back. We've seen it before in the past, but nothing quite like that. That was great from Beta, and already now on top. Beta is in trouble here. Look at the debris in the arena already. Beta now coming in for the kill. Oh, and Kilolot's flipped them both. Beta on its back. They should be able to self-right. I think they'll be able to self-right from there. But the focus here now is on Kilolot on those wheels of Minotaur as Kilolot lifts Minotaur, but you can hear the drum, it's still trying to work. Kilolot will have to dump Minotaur because technically they're not immobilised, they're not in the CVZ. Minotaur, okay, they're fine, they've been left by Kilolot, the spikes intervene. Beta's been on the back for a while here. I think Refo will be coming in to have a look. It's a shame here, Beta should be able to get themselves. Is that... I don't know, is Minotaur done damage to Beta? It's preventing them from self-right? I just don't know. But at the moment, Beta has been on their back for quite a long time. They have self-righted. Well, Beta now can get back into this, although I don't know, despite the flip from Minotaur. I think Beta were on their back for longer than 30 seconds there. I might have been mistaken, but so close to the arena now is Minotaur. Beta doing all of the attacking here now, all the aggression. Look, Refbot's looking on. What's Refbot doing here? He's giving someone a red card. Cease has been called. I think Refbot was lazy there. What does that red card mean? Well, we saw first the fight stopped, but we saw, look, Beta we know can self-right splendidly too. But then Kilolot with the lance of his, the devastating lance, flip Beta. Now, between Kilolot flipping Beta to himself righting again, must have been longer than 30 seconds because Refbot came in. Kilolot has been devastating. Absolute chaos. Beta, to confirm, I think has been on their back for longer than 30 seconds. What is going to be the outcome? It's Minotaur. What a turn of events. The judges have obviously sided with Minotaur because Beta were on their back for longer than 30 seconds. Well, Minotaur through to the final. But next, the chaos just keeps coming because next it's Razer and Witch Doctor in an anticipated grudge match here. And a grudge match it is. We need to go back to the 7th Wars as they met in the second round of their heat. And Matilda caused the damage. Wasn't necessarily Razer that came out on top, even though they didn't really defeat Witch Doctor. It was the flip of the house robots. Out went Witch Doctor. Revenge is sweet. Once again.
Robot ears, stand by. 3, 2, 1.
Don't you just love grudge matches? It's Razer, the Brits doing it for us against Witch Doctor doing it for the Americans. The rogue robot's been activated and out comes the killer. This is exactly what Witch Doctor did in the 7th Wars, but it was the flip from Matilda that proved fatal and final and ended Witch Doctor's campaign for the heat that was. And at the moment, but Kilolot's doing it again as he comes in with the kill, and bits and pieces have been flown off. Kilolot's come in and done damage once again. The house robots proving deadly as ever for the semi-final stages of this, the War of Independence. Kilolot's now backed into his CBZ, but Razer using the house robots and using the corner patrol zones to come in and do the destruction. Can we have a British UK representative going through to meet Minotaur in the final? At the moment, it would seem the answer to that is yes. However, anything could happen in this arena. But look, Razer is doing what it did to Witch Doctor in the 7th Wars. As it goes on towards the flame pit, Razer here now trying to crumple down on the exposed wheels. But you've got to admire Witch Doctor's tenacity and the ferocity of the drum. And look, Kilolot's just come in and rear-ended poor Razer. Imagine that with a lance. Goodness me, poke you like that. That's a horrible thought. Look, Witch Doctor has destroyed its own armour in the arena as it came in. But look, Razer in a bit of trouble here now as it comes in. Kilolot placing Razer on towards the arena. Perspex sheets. What can Razer do here? Are we going to have an all-American final? Razer is teetering on for dear life, clinging to the arena. Refbot's trying to help out. Oh, goodness me. Well, I have never seen that in the history of commentating Robot Wars. A robot clinging on for dear life, and in doing so has taken half the Perspex sheet with it. Look, you can see the entanglement on the back of Razer, the black paint job that goes around the Perspex sheets has been ripped off, and half of it is in the back of Razer. where Kilolot's lance was once and has somehow recovered. And over goes Witch Doctor. Has been flipped. Great skill and driving from Razer. So much experience in the arena. And look at this. What a turnaround! We thought Razer was going to be out the arena. Literally, it was clinging on for dear life. I think Refbot there, was that a count to 10? I think it was. What a fight this is as Razer goes through to the final. As Cease is called, they've been crippled. They've just about survived that. That was a brilliant fight. That was one of my favourite fights in the entire tournament. And we have the UK Razer doing it for Britain against Minotaur doing it for America. Well, the War of Independence has fittingly come to some sort of a final where we can say it's Britain versus America. Razer has got to start as the favourite. We've seen them perform on so many occasions with its devastating and lethal crushing claw. They do it for Britain, but Minotaur, the underdogs, surely for the final. They have put on such a good performance. First beating Accident and then the impressive beater. What a final this is going to be. With them in the arena, back to cause military mayhem, it's Sergeant Bash. And how he got that axe through customs, I'll never know. It's Shunt.
Robot ears, stand by.
Oh, goodness me, Sergeant Bash, ready to go.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Well, the final of the War of Independence gets underway. Two of the best robots we have seen perform throughout this tournament. It's been a brilliant non-stop barrage of drama and carnage and destruction. Razer trying to get into the innards of that drum, and in doing so has placed Minotaur onto the spike pit. The spikes raised and have destroyed Minotaur, the armour. What a tactic from Razer here, using the hazards in the arena, using its own weapon to cause as maximum damage as it can. That drum, you can hear the drum still getting up to some sort of speed. It needs to do some damage now. Look at this. This is the card. This is the skill of Razer using the spikes, and in doing so, Minotaur have been ripped to shreds. Sergeant Bash getting its claws. Oh, it's great to see the Sergeant on patrol in the corner there. We can see flaming poor Razer as Razer places Minotaur onto the arena flame pit and has in that any way destroyed Minotaur. Without the armour, it is exposed. The electronics will be burning. Look at that. Refbot coming in now. Oh, and is this going to be it for Minotaur? Is it going to be a British win? Any second now, we have a new War of Independence champion going by the name of Razer. Sergeant Bash descending the pit. Well, can you believe this? Razer's journey hasn't been great, clinging onto the arena for dear life in its last fight, and 3 American robots getting through to the semi-finals. This is unprecedented. I thought America were going to win this, and into the pit, Shunt has pushed Minotaur, and look at this. Razer now taking on the house robots. Shunt's done the damage to poor Minotaur, and the War of Independence goes back in Britain's favour. Well, look at this. Sergeant Bash not having any of this. Razer's clinging on to Shunt. This is great to see. Razer have come so close in the past in the international tournaments. They also competed in the World Championships once upon a time, but now their day has come. Britain come out on top. And even though they've ended up in the pit, really from attacking the house robots, they are the War of Independence champions. They have defeated all comers, putting Tombstone into an early grave, sensationally performed, clinging on to dear life, thanks to the house robots intervening there, surviving though and going on to win against Witch Doctor in splendid style, and the final, which we've just seen, getting into the innards of the drum, placing Minotaur onto the spike pits and letting the house robots and the arena hazards take over before fighting back. The house always wins. However, this tale, this win, this war has been won. Finally, Razer standing proud, winning the title.